I'm Dr. Ann Louise with one question for you today, and that is, why are you always so tired? Well, one of the underlying causes may be too much of a good thing, and that would be an excess of copper. Copper, you say? Where could you be getting copper from? Well, our diets in this day and time are very copper heavy with more vegetarian and vegan-based proteins. Copper happens to be a major component of soybeans, many nuts, as well as seeds, and some of our favorite beverages, including coffee and our favorite treat, which is chocolate, believe it or not. So besides diet, what we're seeing is that individuals that have fillings that contain copper and gold may be getting too much copper just from the internal dripping of that copper and seeping into the system. Copper is also a constituent of some of the copper IUDs that individuals used many years ago and could still be impacting the system. And what we also see is that if you have a deficiency of zinc, which is the antagonistic mineral to copper, then you will be stockpiling copper and not absorbing it properly for your system. So the symptoms of copper toxicity, I think, are very interesting because they speak to the ADD and ADHD epidemics that we're seeing in this day and time, and also to the sleeplessness, which seems to be absolutely epidemic. So too much copper can have you with an exhausted mind or an exhausted body and a very overactive mind. It can even impact your skin. It can make you have problems with yeast because not having the proper kind of copper in solution will actually feed yeast. And it's also problematic for those of you that want to relax but simply can't relax because you don't have enough of the other minerals that are able to nullify the copper's effects, which has a very antagonistic and stimulating way about it. And so in order to get rid of the copper, there's several things that you need to do. And of course, I talk about it in my book, Why Am I Always So Tired? Number one, check all of the foods that you're eating to make sure that they're not overly high in copper. That means get rid of a lot of your black teas. If you're going to have dark chocolate, once or twice a week, not every day. And soybeans, probably once or twice a week as well. I'd also suggest that daily zinc be part of your routine because zinc is the antagonistic mineral to copper, as well as alpha lipoic acid, maybe 100 milligrams per meal, a little bit more B6, some magnesium, and getting into bed at around 10, which is going to regenerate your adrenal glands, which is most affected by too much copper. So to get the copper out, think zinc in, and also look at your diet a little bit more carefully, and do a real review of the vitamins and minerals that you're taking on a daily basis. I suggest a copper-free mineral for all of you that may be suffering from unresolved symptoms like the anxiety, the irritability, inability to sleep, problems with the skin, and that ADD and ADHD. I happen to have created one, which is the female formula. You can look into that or look into formulas that are very similar. So when it comes to being tired and getting the copper out, I think one of the reasons so many of us don't have the energy we need is that we've got too much of a good thing, and it's called copper. So getting the copper out, getting it in balance may be a surefire recipe to rest, to sleep, and to peace of mind. So this is Ann Louise saying, I'm a copperhead. Are you?